Now.
It is a much different looking start to the day, and thankfully we have a beautiful looking weekend on the way. I'll have all those details for you coming up.
Plus, we're learning more about the Houston County investigator killed in a crash this week.
There's over 100,000 people that is suffering from sickle cell anemia.
How your blood donation can help people battling sickle cell. We share the details.
Well, we've made it to the end of the work week, which means it's time to celebrate you, Central Georgia. Your local celebration segment kicks off in this half hour.
Good morning. Happy Friday. That's what we're celebrating right now. The time is 6:31 on this first day of April. I'm Caitlin Heck.
And I'm Wanya Reese. We are here celebrating this big Friday. We have our celebration segment. I cannot wait to see that. And we're also celebrating this great forecast.
I know. We are definitely looking forward to that, Courtney.
That's right. Finally, the bearer of some good news after a very stormy day yesterday. Good Friday morning, everyone. You're looking live on top of Atrium Health Navicent in downtown Macon. We're at 51 degrees. So yes, it is chilly out there. That wind coming out of the west at 3 miles per hour, and we will have wind generally out of the northwest today, pulling in that cooler and drier air. Take a look at that dew point at 43. Definitely a different feel compared to the dew points in the 60s and the temperatures in the 60s yesterday morning. 50 in Cochrane, 51 in Eastman and in Warner Robins, 52 in Forsyth, 54 in Roberta, 53 in Butler, and 54 in Milledgeville for the morning. Several degrees cooler than this time yesterday, upwards of 21 degrees cooler in the city of Dublin. So cold front definitely made its presence, that cooler air making its presence behind that. Through the day today, we will experience lots of sunshine. It will be breezy. We'll experience wind gusts 15 to 20 for the day, and temperatures will climb into the low 70s. It'll overall be a really wonderful Friday. If you like this forecast, we have more of this kind of weather on the way for the weekend. I'll have those details and talk about when rain will return. That's all in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Courtney. We have new information about a car crash Wednesday in Warner Robins that killed 2 people.
An investigator for Houston County's District Attorney's Office, 56-year-old Donald Crooms, died in that crash. His friends called him Richard. The sheriff's office says 27-year-old Candace Jackson from Jeffersonville was driving a Honda Civic south on Moody Road when her car drifted into oncoming traffic. She hit Crooms' car and died at the scene. Crooms was driving north in a Chevy Tahoe, and the collision drove his car into a pickup. The pickup driver was not hurt. Acting DA Will Kendall says Crooms was on duty at the time, serving subpoenas for a trial next week.
We've got 30 employees here, and when we lose one, it's a big deal. But when we lose somebody that's like him, who always lifted the folks up around this office, you know, we deal with some bad stuff here. And having somebody walk through the door like him every morning was somebody that, you know, made us all better people every day that he was here. And so we have a void in our office right now.
Crooms worked for the Bibb Sheriff's Office for 25 years. Friends say he loved cooking, football, the outdoors, and they never saw him without a smile.
Now, Kendall did tell us that he's helping the family plan out the funeral arrangements.
Many of you have been sharing your condolences online. Cindy says, so sad. He was an all-around great guy and loved by everyone.
Patrice says, deepest condolences. Jeff says, I am so sorry to hear about Richard. It just hasn't sunk in. And Raymond actually shared this photo and said, cannot believe he is gone, but he has left an amazing legacy. I love you and miss you, brother. Thank you so much for sharing. If you'd like to join in on the conversation, you can go to our 13 WMAZ Facebook page. The time is 6:34 a.m. In Perry, a man is now charged with a deadly Warner Robins hit and run Sunday night. Police say 38-year-old David Lord is in the Houston County Jail, charged with hitting 53-year-old Clinton Taylor. Now, they say that he was found through investigative work, camera footage, and information from the public. Police also found his Monte Carlo in Centerville spray painted black. Video shows Taylor made it nearly across Watson Boulevard and had passed the fog line. Police said Lord was driving west, hit Taylor, and kept on going. A man is dead after being shot in Bibb County. The sheriff's office says someone reported a person shot to the 911 center around 7:15 last night from a local hospital. Someone actually took the 28-year-old victim to the hospital where he later died. Right now, deputies haven't said when or where the shooting happened or revealed the victim's name. Of course, we'll keep you updated on this story on air and online as we learn more. A man stole some cash from a Macon phone store yesterday. Deputies say it happened around noon at the Boost Mobile on Mercer University Drive. That's when a masked man actually walked into the store with a gun and demanded cash. He ran away after getting that money. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
Now to your news from across the state. You might not see many blue flashing lights if you get pulled over by Georgia State Patrol thanks to a new bill. Current law says any GSP officer trying to make a traffic stop must flash the lights on top of their vehicle unless the car was made before 2001. Now, House Bill 1146 changes that language to make it a suggestion instead of a requirement. But that change, officers' vehicles would still have to have some sort of flashing or revolving light that makes it easily recognizable to drivers, either on the front, back, or sides of the car. The Georgia Senate committee scrapped a proposal to limit state tax breaks for film and television productions. The boom of the film industry here has been credited with transforming Georgia into one of the world's biggest filming hubs. The Rules Committee yesterday took away a $900 million annual cap on the credit from a bill that would slash state income tax rates. The bill will now be considered by the full Senate without that film tax limit.
It's been about 2 months since former Bibb County Election Supervisor Janetta Watson stepped down from her role. Now the Board of Elections started to find someone to fill the post while getting ready for the May general primary. The interim election supervisor, Tom Gillen, says that things are full speed ahead for the primary that's happening on May the 24th. Polling materials are boxed up and ready to go in the elections office. You see it there on your screen. Gillen says his staff is proofing the balance right now, and then they'll start getting the machines ready for early voting.
Make sure the spelling is right, all the wording on the questions is correct. Then once we sign off on that, they send us the software that we use to program the touch screens.
The board met last night to narrow down its list for the next permanent supervisor. Gillen says he's not sure when they'll make that final decision and that they are looking for poll workers to help make sure that Election Day runs smoothly. You can apply at the elections office on Pioneer Avenue or online at maconbibb.us. We have new details about the Milledgeville apartments in Macon that we told you about this week. A spokesman for the county says 15 apartment units have now been moved to a nearby hotel. That's 37 people. He says they're expecting 8 more units to follow. People in the 3 remaining buildings will be allowed to stay. Bibb County Code Enforcement and Georgia Power arrived yesterday morning and actually shut off the electricity to those mostly vacant buildings. County Manager Keith Moffitt says in the next 24 to 48 hours, they will give the property owner a more comprehensive list of code violations, structural violations, and things that can be repaired.
Well, the national blood supply shortage could delay treatments for people with sickle cell disease. That's according to the American Red Cross. But today, you have a chance to help. Baldwin Masonic Lodge is hosting a blood drive benefiting people with the disease. The Red Cross says blood donations have dropped by 10% over the last 2 years. People with sickle cell are one of the groups that need it most. Without blood transfusions, health leaders say they will have some serious complications.
But there's over 100,000 people that is suffering from sickle cell anemia, and it is a shortage of blood, and it is mostly found in African descendants.
The blood drive is from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. today. It's at 305 West Walton Street in Milledgeville. The time is now 6:38. Thankfully, this forecast not a joke today.
It's not a joke at all. Is it just me? Am I the only one who's happy that it's Friday?
No.
And I don't have to come to work tomorrow. I love my job, but your boy is ready for some time off. We're ready to relax and sleep in just a bit.
There's something about that 2 a.m. alarm that, I think we're all excited to not have to set tomorrow.
It hits different.
I can't say that I'm not going to miss it tomorrow morning. Did I say that right? I am not going to miss that 2 a.m. alarm tomorrow morning.
Even though I'll still wake up at like 6 or 7 a.m.
Yes, but that's better than 2.
That is true.
When you have a dog, Colby doesn't understand that it's Saturday most days. Now, he doesn't get up at 2 a.m., but 5 a.m., I'll feel like breathing over me, and there he is with all those rolls coming down his neck, just staring at me. It's great. All right, everyone. He's so cute. All right, everyone. Well, let's talk about what's going on with the weather, of course. Now, we had all the rain move through yesterday, and that helped probably wash your car off a little bit from all that yellow dust that I know was very evident because our pollen count was very high for the start of the week. So I guess the silver lining with this is that it's no longer very high. It's just high. So still going to cause some problems, though. If you do have allergies to grass pollen like me, I can feel it in this zone right here, that T-zone in your head. I can feel the stuffiness with all the pollen coming back. And then the tree pollen, all of you sufferers of things like pine pollen, you're going to feel that today. So have the tissues, maybe the allergy medicine. That'll definitely be a help today. Of course, we did pick up a lot of rain yesterday. Some very beneficial rainfall as we have been in a deficit for the year. And unfortunately, March, at least at the Macon airport, did end up falling just short of where we should be for the month of March when it came to rainfall. But some of us really picked up a lot. We talk about sometimes, oh, generally, you know, half an inch to an inch and a half of rain, locally heavy amounts. Well, this is what we're talking about. You can see in places like northern Pulaski and parts of Crisp and Dooley County picked up over 2.5 inches of rain. The general consensus was about half an inch to over 1.5 inches of rain from yesterday's front that brought us all the rain and storms yesterday morning. Now a very different picture out there. Not only does it look different, but it feels different now that the colder air is starting to rush in behind our cold front that's now bringing rain and storm activity to parts of the peninsula of Florida. But check out here the parent low pressure system of this very large weather system. Yes, that is winter weather up towards Illinois and Ohio. I checked in with our friend Austin Cheney, our old meteorologist that used to forecast for us here. And yes, there is winter weather. There is snow there. They are scraping ice off their windshield. This is why we live in the southeast, everyone. We do not have to do that. It is still chilly out there, though. 53 in the city of Perry. So as you head out the door, you are going to want to grab that jacket. Area-wide, we are generally in the low 50s, 51 in Warner Robins and in Macon, 51 in Forsyth, and 50 in Eastman. If you don't have any plans over the next couple days, make some. The weather is going to be beautiful. Low 70s today. It will be breezy. Wind gusts 15 to 20. Partly cloudy for Saturday with temperatures in the mid 70s for Saturday and Sunday, but do keep in mind if you plan on staying out a little bit later as we head into the weekend, you are going to need the jacket as the overnight low temperatures will be in the 40s. Speaking of hanging out tonight, if you're heading out to First Friday tonight, it'll be beautiful by 6 o'clock, low 70s, but you'll want to pack that jacket with you because we will cool into the 60s by 8 o'clock. We'll stay dry into Monday. Tuesday is when our next rain and storm chance will start to make its way back in the forecast, and we will stay unsettled as we head into Wednesday and Thursday as well. So enjoy all the sunshine and warm weather on the way over the weekend. We'll stay warm and dry into Monday, but it looks like rain and storm chances will ramp up Tuesday through Thursday of next week.